Second graders can use a number line to subtract two 3-digit numbers. Since 264 is our biggest number, the number that we're subtracting from, I'm going to place that at the end of my number line. So that's going to be the biggest number on my line. I know that I have to make hops of 128 spaces to get the missing addend. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break this down again by place value into hundreds, tens, and ones to make it easier. I'm going to start with the hundreds. So if I have 264, I'm going to hop backwards 100. And I'm going to write minus 100 to show that I'm going backwards. If I take 100 away from 264, I have 164. Now I'm going to hop 20 spaces back. I'm going to write minus 20. If I take 20 away from 60, I get 40. So 164 minus 20 would be 144. Now I have to hop 8. Well, again, we can break this up to make it easier. Since I know that 8 is 4 plus 4, I'm going to hop 4 backwards to get to 140, because it's just easier to figure that out. But I have to hop another 4. And if I take another 4 away, I know I'll be left with 136. That's using our knowledge of doubles. So my missing addend is 136. But again, say you didn't want to hop backwards. Okay, and let me just double check that that's 120 and 124 and 128 that I hopped. But say that you don't want to hop backwards because it's too confusing. Again, you can solve this like an addition. We know that if we add the two addends together, we're going to get the total. So that means if I start at this number and hop this amount, I'll get to my total. 264 is my total, so I'm putting it in the same spot. I'm going to start at the addend that I know, at 128. And I'm going to hop forward until I can get to 264. So if I have 128 and I hop 100, that'll get me to 228. So I think I can only hop 100, otherwise I'll go over. If I hop 200, I would get to 328, which is too much. So I'm going to make one hop of 100. And since I'm adding 100. So now I'm at 228. So at 228, and I need to get somewhere in the 264. I know that if I hop 40, that would get me to 268, and that's going to be too much. So I'm going to just hop 30. And if I add 30 to my 20, that will give me 258. I'm getting closer to 264. To make it easier, I know if I hop 2 more hops, I'll get to 260. So I'm going to add 2. And I land on 260. And now I know I only have 4 more to go. So I'm going to add 4. I'm going to count how many spaces I've hopped. 130, 132, 136. So my missing addend is 136.